Hey everyone, this is Player One and I'm coming to you with a review of Tomb Raider Definitive Edition for the PS4 and Xbox One. With Rise of the Tomb Raider for the PS4 just around the corner, I thought this would be a good idea to look back and see where Lara Croft came from. Let's get right into it and talk about the story. The story was good for her first adventure. I like seeing Lara Croft grow as a character from a scared girl to a badass woman. I would have liked to have seen more character development from the side characters, but it's obvious the focus was Lara Croft, and I think that's just fine. The overarching story was a bit predictable and not that deep, but still enjoyable. Some events literally feel like they took place to elongate the game. However, the game didn't feel artificially polished because of the great gameplay and constant changing of scenery, so I was okay with that. The villain is cool. It's nice to see him involved in the overarching story. I say this because nowadays you barely see the main bad guy in video games. Think of games like Far Cry 4 and the original Uncharted, where the bad guys are cool, but you don't see much of them, or feel the influence they have on making sure you have a bad day. I like the journal entries you find throughout the game. They really help flesh out the villain and some of the other characters except Jocelyn. I just disliked her more after reading her entries. The pacing is great. I never felt like I went too long without getting into action or like it was all just run and gun. I love how you are constantly moving from one locale to another. The change in scenery keeps everything very interesting and fun the whole time. The final act was a bit weak, but that was just because there were so many exciting things that took place beforehand. Overall though, I was having fun from start to finish. The game is a third-person action adventure in every sense of the word. The gunplay is satisfying and smooth. It definitely has some superhuman platforming. Really, this girl's like Spider-Man, except beyond because she defies gravity. If you get hurt, health regenerates after some time, as is the case with most modern games. There are some QTE sections which are frankly a bit harder to figure out than other games. I really could have been fine with half of them removed. As far as weapons are concerned, there are basically 4 to collect: a shotgun, pistol, rifle, and the bow. As you collect salvage, you level them up so that you are more powerful, which includes upgrades to how you use them. Seeing each gun evolve and having each upgrade make a significant difference in the gameplay made me obsess about finding every possible piece of salvage I could. You level up and unlock powers like less health damage for melee combat and gruesome finishers, which are brutal. You also find gun parts which make the gun better. For example, after finding 3 rifle parts, it turns into an assault rifle, then a combat rifle, etc. These are usually dropped by dead enemies or found randomly through salvage points or in tombs. Visiting previous locations again gives you the opportunity to use your new powers and weapons to unlock new areas unavailable the first time around. Tombs play a minor role in the overall game and are extra and not necessary to complete the mission. However, I highly encourage you to explore them as they often give you items that will help you in the campaign. Each tomb basically serves as an environmental puzzle you need to figure out to ultimately reach the treasure chest. After you complete the tomb, your map demonstrates all the collectibles in the current level you're in, which is a nice bonus. In the game, you have Lara Bat Vision, which she calls her instincts. But it works a bit better because it only stays on as long as you stay still, then turns off. So it's not a huge crutch like it was in Arkham Asylum. This vision can also be upgraded to spot ammo, collectibles, and things like that. There's also some stealth gameplay available for you if you choose to go that route, making use of the bow, which can be very fun. As far as multiplayer is concerned, well, it's boring, and that's just it. It doesn't really add much to the game. It was obviously tacked on, but it's completely unnecessary to experience as a solo campaign is so awesome. Alright, let's talk about the presentation. This is a top-notch game with high production value. I often felt like I was playing through a movie. Even though it is for the most part a linear game, some of the scripted moments were insanely cool. This is an action game with a capital A. The menu is basic but easy to navigate through. I ran into maybe one glitch the entire time, which was just me floating in the air for a second during a platforming section. Apart from that, the game ran smoothly throughout its entire 11 to 13 hours of gameplay. The upgrade menu was clean and user-friendly. On PS4, it was cool to use a touchpad on the controller to go from one section to another. The map is not that useful, but it does its job of keeping you oriented. The voice acting, however, is superb, especially Lara. They really did a good job in casting her role. As far as load times are concerned, there are few to speak of. For the most part, it seems like you load when you start the level. After that, there are no real load times. It seems like the game takes advantage of transition moments during animations, like when you walk into a deeper cave, to load discreetly. The in-game graphics are gorgeous. On PS4, they rival the PC version, which says a lot. I would say that Lara looks better on the PS4, but the PC has better environments. On the Xbox One, it has a variable resolution, which I believe is capped at 900p. So if you have a PS4, I would stay away from the Xbox One version, or you're going to miss out on some of the beauty presented within the world. The physics are amazing, not just the puzzles, but also things like grass, cups, and breakable environments. It would be remiss of me if I did not share just how beautiful Lara is. She looks great in this game. Credit has to be given to Crystal Dynamics for creating such a strong, lovable version of a character that is a pleasure to look look at and to control and kick ass with. The game is full of cool music. There are some sections that the music really makes the experience exciting, but I think there are some missed opportunities as well. The sadder and more emotional scenes could have used music that truly complemented it and didn't just act as a background of sonorous noise. But overall, the music was still pretty good. Cinematics are great and did their job, which was to complement the game. A couple of the QuickTime cinematics would have had greater impact if you just got to watch them instead. I don't know why developers are fascinated with QTEs during cinematics. What do you all think? Are you as tired of QuickTime events as I am? I say just let the scene play out and let me focus on enjoying what's going on. There are some real cool but gory death animations if you fail QuickTime events or get killed. It's worth dying on purpose to check these out. As far as content is concerned, there's a bunch of collectibles for you to find. They add to the game in a positive way. This is opposed to other games where you often just collect items just to do so. The game felt like a good first entry. After the game is complete, you can come back and explore the world to pick up whatever you missed. There aren't many enemies around, they're just sprinkled here and there. There is no new game plus, a feature that would have been awesome to have. But you can still have fun exploring and trying to find everything if that's something you like to do. The Definitive Edition comes with some DLC costumes and the Tomb of the Lost Adventure, along with some multiplayer DLC. Nothing too exciting, but you buy this version because of the graphics, not the extra content. On PS4, it is absolutely stunning. Alright, so what's the verdict? Well, we give this game an 8.5 out of 10. This game is great. I love the constant scenery changes. It feels like they really put some thought into designing the transitions from one place to another. The combat is satisfying and fun. Can the game be over the top? Of course, but isn't that the point of watching an action flick or playing through a game like this? To do all the crazy stuff you can't really do in real life. There are some moments I experienced which I would never forget. I recommend you go get this game right away. You have to play it. Alright everyone, that's the review. Please let me know what you think below. If you liked it, hey, go ahead and subscribe. If you didn't, let me know why. I hope to hear from you all soon. Please come back to the channel and check out some of our other reviews, topics videos, gaming news, and anything else we come up with. Hope you enjoyed.